You need to learn how to play the game.
For young black men and women to learn how to navigate the American culture.
I think that African Americans, to succeed in many settings, have to be what I call culturally bilingual. You need to be able to speak to people in the professional world in a way that they're comfortable with, that doesn't automatically identify you as an outsider or foreign or alien. And you need to be able to go back home, speak to the people on your block.
And maintain who they are.
You have to think that anything is possible.
I would not use the word victim. That wouldn't enter into my vocabulary in terms of discussing the African American.
That education is the pathway out of poverty.
Jabari Yassine, writing, literature, and publishing.
I'm Chris Hyacinth, and I'm a junior marketing major.
I'm John Allen, and I'm a freshman marketing major.
My name is Neil Harris, and I am currently a teacher in the Boston Public Schools.
Juma Ennis, I'm a marketing communication major.
Gerald Walker, Department of Writing, Literature, and Publishing.
They need to educate teachers beyond the classroom and teach teachers how to really interact and deal with kids, in a real, genuine way.
I don't run around with a victim mentality. I mean, I know that the world isn't the fairest, but I'm totally aware of prejudice and everything. So I have to work through it. I mean, sure, in some cases I might have to work harder, but that's unfortunately the name of the game. And if I can work through it and become successful, then I can lead by example and show others that you can do it too.
One thing is I would recruit African American male teachers. I would, I think the quality of elementary education lacks anyway, because some of our brightest people who would be great teachers are drawn to other fields. Aggressively recruit teachers from various ethnic backgrounds.
And I also just kind of surround myself with people that are working hard and that are positive people.
Be themselves, which is to say really, really smart kids who should not be ashamed of being really, really smart kids. And that's kind of important.
So I think just really going for it and not letting anyone stop you. Don't care what anyone else says, what anyone else thinks. Just do what you want to do and do it to the best of your ability.
It was often the case that people were mocked who were intelligent and called soft and called, you're a sissy if you read and you study.
There's a lack of encouragement for African American males to reach for higher education.
When you're a young black male being told, in order to make it in the streets, you have to be tough. You can't do things that are perceived as being white, which is learning, which is ridiculous, by the way. So you can't do those things. And then later that day, you find yourself in the classroom. So how do you reconcile these two points of advice?
I think that both parents, family structure, and the institutional structure are to blame in large-scale failure to successfully educate African American males.
Sometimes it doesn't take into account the special needs of African Americans and African American males in particular, that there are certain rights we learn as young black men that are often at odds with what's being taught in school.
I think it's largely callous and different. Attitudes are changing, but it's a very agonizingly slow process. More hard questions need to be asked before any answers can be formulated.
I rhyme for born gods, queens, fiends with no dreams. Out of work, brothers who struggle to stay clean. Remember you're a king, stand for something. Never fall for anything if it ain't real in your heart. I know it hurt doing dirt just to make ends meet. Ain't nothing soft or sweet, you robbing still to eat.